Greetings and welcome back, folks. This is episode 85 of the Wet Shavers Roundtable. I am Douglas Smythe from PhoenixShaving.com. And with me, I have a few different faces this day. And let me introduce Christian Levesque first. Christian, welcome aboard.
Hello.
Christian is, you know him as the captain of the How to Grow Mustache Movember team. You also know him as the author of many an article on howtogrowmustache.com. It's great to have you on board, Christian. Christian is filling in for Scott today, who happens to be very sick. He has a sinus infection right now. Yeah. So he backed out very last minute. So thank you, Christian, for hopping in for Scott. Matt Basarsik will also be joining us, Matt of the Razor Emporium. But last but very not least, we have our very special guest, Gail Wells of Edwin Jagger.
Hi, guys and girls.
It's so great to have you back, Gail. Gail it's turning into a tradition that the week before the Big Shave West, Gail is our last vendor that we interview.
Thank you.
It's good to have you here, Gail. So, that said.
Sounds like Matt's there.
No, that wasn't my house. Is that you, Christian?
Yes, my wife had a little spill, but she's okay.
Oh, God. Banana peels.
That's funny.
No, it's great to have you, Gail. I mean, and with the Big Shave West like around the corner, I'm a lot of nervous energy, and I just don't know what to expect. God, I don't know what to expect, and that kind of bothers me, makes me a little bit nervous. But we're gonna do it.
You know what? That's what makes the world go round. It's fun.
It really does. So, Gail, let's just start off like we haven't had you on the show for it's been a year now. What are some new things that are happening with Edwin Jagger? I know the last time, or when Neil was on, he brought up the fact that there was going to be a stainless steel razor in the works.
Right. So I knew that was going to be one of the first questions, and I actually emailed him. I said, "So what is the status of the steel razor?" So it is still on the drawing. We're looking at an August launch, and it will be around $300. And we're looking at multiple handles, and let's see what else. There'll be 3 different price points. So August, September, somewhere in there.
Okay, great. So end of summer, early fall.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've been getting some PMs from concerned citizens of the wet shaving community. They're all patiently waiting.
Yeah.
But what else now? What are we going to expect from you at the Big Shave West? Are you going to be, showing off anything new, or?
So we do have some new introductions. So I don't know if you guys have seen. This is the new rose gold.
Oh yes, that's beautiful.
Razor. Yep. And then the rose gold and black.
Wow, that is nice.
And also in the diffusion collection, this is kind of a cobalt blue.
Oh yeah, that is nice. I love the handle.
It's got a nice sturdy grip.
Yeah, no doubt.
And so not everyone shaves with a safe razor. So for our friends who don't, we've got a CARTRIDGE. Yeah, honey, don't say that in front of the kids.
Yeah.
So it's got this really fabulous orange. I particularly like that.
Oh yeah, it's like construction
our
orange.
own little collection of Easters.
Yeah.
Gail, maybe when you're done the introductions, I'd like to ask you a question about your cartridge razor handle.
Okay, go ahead.
I know, I'm big into wet shaving. I convert anyone who actually says the word shave in front of me, and I just grab them and give him a kiss.
He pees himself a little.
And so I tried that with my wife, and she tried, and she is more into. She doesn't consider it a Zen ritual or a moment of being attentive. Just wants to. It's a task that needs to get over and done with. So she's still with cartridge razors. So I'm wondering about getting a handle like the one that you just introduced for cartridge razors. What would be different from that with the default one, the custom one, or the standard one that comes with a disposable razor?
So this razor is available in black, ivory, and chrome.
Right.
And this razor is available in the same colorways with a Mach 3 or Fusion head.
Okay. So is it a purely aesthetic thing with a bit more weight, or?
This is a pretty heavy razor,
Yeah.
right? And this, actually, I have one of these that I use occasionally. It's black. I know, when I'm in a hurry. And I like it, you know, and I do like the whole zen of shaving my legs. And I have a friend who's like, it's a job. I'm like, no, it's not. So yeah, it's just a matter of selection.
Okay, so it's a visual, it's an aesthetic thing, as opposed to, you know, when you're getting a safety razor, then you know the result will be different, the experience will be different. But for those multi-blade cartridge razors, the handle is an aesthetic thing.
And it's going to last forever too. That handle's going to last a lot longer than your Mach 3. I mean, that's going to last generations. So that's a metal handle.
Okay.
And that's one of the goals of Edwin Jagger. Sorry, Douglas.
It's okay.
You know, it reduces billions of razors in landfills every year.
Yeah,
no doubt.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the thing is, well, it'd be really neat to see it. I mean, not that I'm promoting cartridge razors now, because I'm not. But if the handles were, if you could swap them out with DE handles, if there was like a,
you know what? Give me half a second, and I'll get a cartridge razor, and I'll show you why you can't.
Okay.
I was gonna say, great, we got training wheels now for safety heads. You know.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, you get them in with the handle, and then slowly, like, you know. But I mean, no, if there was like some type of little like modular design, that you could just screw on the mechanism. Because I think I know what she's gonna show me. And I mean, I can completely understand why it's just not made that way.
Yeah.
Does she have a Big Shave West program behind her? Yes, she does. Yeah. See, that's the first year. That's year one.
That'll be part of my Shave in the 3-day picture.
Okay, sorry about that. Took me a little while. I'm switching out my samples. So look at the head on this.
Right.
You see that tooling?
Yes. Yeah.
And see the head on that? So why would the question is, or Gillette would never make a cartridge that you could interchange with the same handle.
Right.
They want you to buy a different handle for a different cartridge.
Right. Bastards. They're all bastards. You know, when you got up, Gail, I noticed the Big Shave West program from the year one. Is that a seat cover you had made with that?
Oh, that's my T-shirt.
Oh, it's your T-shirt.
Yeah.
Okay, I was like, wow, she had seat covers. Is that on? I don't have that shirt anymore. I don't know what happened to it. Is that on the back of the shirt, that image, or was that on the front of the shirt?
Actually, based on our recent conversation, it is the back.
It is in the back. Okay.
It is the back. Yeah.
This year we're doing things a little bit differently, people. Douglas got his hand in the mix, but yeah.
I walked into my office and I checked and I went, well, where is that shirt?
Yeah. This year we're putting it all on the front, folks. But I'm really excited with this year's design because, well, it's mine. But I'm really stoked, if you can't tell. Also, killer posters. I'm so exhausted. All I'm thinking is Big Shave West. So if I start rambling about Big Shave West, it's really just like my subconscious going on. But yes, so guys, those of you, if this is your first time joining us, please ask your questions below. There's a questions button. If you click that, it'll take you to it. And keep them down there. That way I can, find them easily rather than scroll through the chat that's going on right now. Okay, wait. Okay, so the clean shaver is here. Scotty, what are you doing? This is like being truant for school and hanging outside in the playground.
So while we're waiting for questions, we do have some new razors in the premium collection. So this is...
I like that. What color is that? Is that brown?
Neil calls it red, but it's maroon.
Must be a British thing.
Yeah. Because I went, where's the... I looked, I'm like, where is the red?
In England, they only have 6 colors. Anything else, they don't recognize it. I don't know what it is.
It's very traditional.
Yeah.
So this is maroon. And again, it does come with a Mach 3 or a Fusion head.
Very nice.
So this is gray.
That looked more ivory to me.
Yeah.
It's gray. It's a good,
subtle
very
gray.
Traditional.
British gray.
Yeah, very kind of a soft gray.
Soft gray.
This
Okay.
has really been much more popular than I had anticipated. So shows you what I know. And this is a green.
Racing green.
Oh, I like that too. These
Yep.
are great colors. Neil has a good eye.
If I could shave into my Jaguar, that would be the one.
Yeah.
And
Yes. Oh yeah, yeah. No, that is just classy.
Yeah.
And you know what? That's a great word, because I asked Neil what his inspiration was for these colors, and he said they're very traditional, conservative colors that a guy may want who has all of the chrome razor already, and maybe the horn, the black, and he wants something a little more vibrant.
Yeah, no,
As
that
reflection.
would look good in like my man cave, my oak shelves and whatnot, my leather chairs, because I have that. But chrome, I mean, chrome is for the garage. Chrome is for the kitchen.
Oh, I love chrome.
I know most of my stuff is chrome. What am I talking about? But I'm trying to sell these for you.
So I really recently opened an account in Hawaii. Speaking of chrome, they have under one umbrella called, I'll think of it a little bit, Harley Davidson, Ferrari, Maserati, Bugatti. It's a one-stop shop. And I met them 3 years ago, and they finally came back to me and said, okay, we're ready.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
What's the name of the shop?
It is, hold
So
on.
they sell vehicle brand merchandise?
Yes.
Is that what you're saying? Yeah. Okay.
Actually, I'll have a
Wow.
picture. They had their grand opening on the 1st of April.
He's alive.
It's Easter holiday. I mean, he's back from the dead, folks.
There's
There
the
we go.
Easter egg right there.
So the 3 days, it was 3 minutes.
I'm still a little groggy, but I'm here.
Excellent.
Hey, how are you doing?
Hey, Gail, how's it going?
Welcome. All right. The name of the men's shop is 61, but if you could just Google Maserati in Hawaii, it'll come up.
Okay. Yeah, no, that's good to know. That is very
If
good.
you're ever in Hawaii and you need to buy a Maserati.
Yeah, probably, week after next, I'll be there doing coffee or something like Kona coffee. But okay, so all 4 of us are here now. All 4 of us will also be at the Big Shave West. How does that make you guys feel?
Can't wait.
Yeah, I am super excited about this. I've been pouring aftershaves all day for the Big Shave West. I'm so in it right now. And I also need to mention to you guys that today's giveaway, if you haven't seen yet, is down below. Click the offers button. It's not offers. It's a little bit misleading. It's actually a giveaway for the limited edition official Big Shave West aftershave and soap. You can win it and get it first before anyone else, folks.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's happening. So before the end of the show, I'll be drawing a winner live. I also need to draw a winner for the I'd Lather Be Shaving show, which came out Friday. We'll be drawing a winner from the comment section below that. So I got that going on.
And I have a comment about I'd Lather Be Shaving.
Sure.
It's a great show. I love it. You guys, hilarious.
But
No, but.
okay.
So I watched yesterday's episode this morning. I'm sorry, I'm getting this reverb. But anyway, so you did that show on Sheffield?
Yes,
Yeah.
but straight razors.
Well, there were different brands that you mentioned that were manufactured in Sheffield.
We're going to do Edwin Jagger.
And
Yeah,
I'm like, there's one little brand you forgot to mention.
Gail,
Unless we just get our whole show.
I asked you weeks ago for some type of some type of
A
early
prototype.
model,
Yeah.
prototype and whatnot. You never get back to me, so I mean, you gotta act
No,
on
I
this
did
one.
not
That
get
puts
back
out
to
the
you.
feelers.
I just haven't gotten back to you.
Right? What was I thinking?
Yes.
No, we definitely plan on doing because there's it's so tough to squeeze everything in 20 minutes, but we really hadn't done a straight razor episode yet. Because you're not the only one to bring that up. There's a lot of things we left out, but again, we had to squeeze all that into 20 minutes and try to focus on Wade and Butcher and straight razors. But we are going to be doing definitely another Sheffield episode, but more safety razor focus, and definitely Edwin Jagger. So yeah, the invite is still there for any prototypes or anything like that people would like to see.
All right. Definitely.
Oh yeah, it's on. There's so many. I mean, we're doing a brush episode too. Every week we get requests for different episodes, and either we've already done them, they're in the can waiting to be released, or so on and so forth. But that one, yeah, I am definitely going to focus on Edwin Jagger. I'll cover that.
We just witnessed a virtual booking of Edwin Jagger on lather bee shaving. At least one
Yeah.
episode. You could probably get 2, Gail, if you want.
This will be used against me. She's recording this. I'm recording this.
Well, speaking of brushes, look what else I have. So this
That's
is a
not a
brand
brush,
new.
Oh, is it an artisan soap?
No,
Oh.
so it's a new bowl.
Oh, oh my
Cool.
God.
Yeah.
Very nice.
What is it, ceramic
So-
and metal?
Yeah, so this is a steel bowl. So you can put your brush in here while you're
Yeah.
in the tub or in the shower, and then you lather up when you're done. Put your bowl back in here.
Is it a scuttle? I mean, can I put
Just
water in
maybe
the
put water in the bottom of that.
Oh,
Right.
finally. I love that
Yeah.
design. Can you take the tin out and show me the actual ceramic part on the base?
Oh, sure.
Yeah, that's great. So finally, a scuttle
Fill it up
like
with
that.
water.
That is great. Perfect. Good.
Keep your lather.
It's also
warm.
available in ivory.
Very
Nice,
nice. Now that matches the handle? That green
Yes.
handle? Yeah.
No,
no, that,
It's black. This is just a black handle.
oh, it's black.
Brush.
Okay. Yeah, no, that is really cool. I've been wanting a scuttle like that with a removable top bowl.
Mhm.
So very cool. What
Man.
else you got?
Metic just named it. It's a scuttle.
Scuttle. Scuttle.
Scuttle. Yeah.
Scuttle.
I
Scuttle.
think
Scuttle.
That's perfect.
Bowl.
all the
Scuttle.
new I had. So you've seen the diamond laser cut black chrome.
Yes.
Mhm.
So, and that came out in 14. And then this is a knurl. This is really popular. That came out in 14. So that's quite a lot of new.
There's a lot of new, and I can't wait to see it in person. And Gail, you don't know this yet, but we've signed you up for a lot of stuff at the Big Shave Fest. Because we're also
Why am I
doing
not surprised?
the Big Shave Best, and it's kind of
Okay.
almost like it's our answer to the Olympics. We're going to have guys doing the fastest shave, stropping, all different competitions, and we chose you as one of the judges on the panel for that. So I hope you don't mind.
Right. I'm very judgmental.
I know you are. That's why I thought you'd be perfect for the part. Been
I
judging me
see.
since I met her. What
I
we got
signed
here?
up blindly for the fastest shave.
Oh, so Christian's in on it.
So I still don't know what to expect, whether I'll have will the 5-minute clock start after I lathered my shave or face, or do I lather after? There's a
Matt
whole
will
lot
be
of
here
questions.
very shortly to answer these questions. This was
Yeah.
him and I went out for
Big alum
drinks.
block.
What's up?
I'll bring a big alum block.
Yeah. Bring up like
We're
one of
gonna
those.
need it.
Yeah,
We're gonna need it.
you won't have to touch anyone's face for to hear it. You just run the alum block on there.
No, we'll do an alum luge, like an ice luge. It's like we'll throw whiskey down the alum block. Anyways, yeah, Matt'll be here.
Hey, we
shortly.
do ice blocking up here. We pick an ice block at the top of the hill and slide down on the ice block.
Yeah.
in Utah.
Yeah,
That is
it's a way
great.
to go sledding during the summer.
Okay, yeah, no, that makes sense. I should probably bring that to or introduce that to Arizona if they're not doing it
There
yet.
you go.
But
It has to be on grass though. It can't be on dirt. That doesn't work.
oh, that's not fun. Yes, no, Matt and I went out for drinks with his old partner from Razor Emporium, the early days of Razor Emporium, Sebastian, and he's got his new company, Ezra Arthur, and they do a lot of leather work and whatnot. But they're both going to be sponsoring this event, the Big Shave Best. So we had, I think probably one too many, and we started naming off everything people had to do to join the competition and just started pulling out people who were going to judge it. And we're just assuming you're all going to work with us. So it's great that you're on board with this, Gail.
Sure.
Now, there's a couple of people I have to convince now, though. I think it's going to take me a little bit. Okay, let's look at some of these questions before I start going off on a tangent about the Big Shave West again. Okay, here we go. This comes from Ian Ryan, Gail, and he's asking, can you reflect on your experience in how the business, Edwin Jagger, has grown with wet shaving since its beginning?
Oh, it's exploded.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like craziness. I started working with Edwin Jagger in 08. And
1908, people.
yes, thank you. Well, I was writing in a Conestoga wagon.
Yeah.
With the Wells
No.
Fargo people.
Yeah.
Pony
Yeah,
Express.
it's around 2012, it really exploded.
Yeah.
It was craziness. Yeah.
Yeah. No.
And there are a lot more razors on the market now. There's a lot more competition, which is a good thing. You know, it's all right.
Yeah, no, I don't think Edwin Jagger was any competition, to be quite honest with you. You guys were so early. I mean, one of the first since before the revival, you know. So I mean, you guys are in good. I don't think there's anything to worry about there.
And Neil Jagger started the company in 1988 with a safety razor. So
Right.
been the leader of the pack for a long time.
Exactly. So that's like Guns N' Roses being worried about a new group that's out now. It's like, no, there's no competition. Sorry. Okay, what else we got? Okay, we got 2 questions coming from Abraham. He's asking, well, actually, I don't know if that's a question or a statement. First, you're awesome, Gail.
Thank you.
2, how do you feel that Edwin Jagger has evolved? Oh, well, this is kind of the same thing, but maybe it's a little bit different. How do you feel that Edwin Jagger has evolved since first starting? I think she just answered that, Abraham. It's exploding.
So the fact that
Well, the
there's
line
been
is
more,
growing, introducing new razors, and there will be multiple handles for the steel razor as well.
That is going to be so cool. So how far are we into the steel razors? Is it? He's got all these developed already.
Pretty far. Neil's using the prototype, and he loves it. He's been using it for several months.
Very cool. Now, with the head design, is it going to be the same as?
Same head.
Okay, same head. Very
It's hard to
cool.
improve on perfection.
Yeah, I knew you were going to say something like that. Well, I mean, it's true. I mean, when you talk about competition for Edwin Jagger, everyone's been ripping off Edwin Jagger for 20 years now.
And
Okay.
it's still frustrating, though, I have to tell you.
so will you see a day where Edwin Jagger will have more than one person representing the North American market, more than yourself? Consider-
Yes, actually, there's a group in Southern California that targets a different market than I do, and I just hired a lady in Chicago, and I'm looking for somebody on the East Coast.
Oh, that's awesome.
Very cool. What other audience do they work with in California? This group.
Their target market is more salons,
Oh, okay. Like boutique stuff.
more hair related.
Oh, salon,
Yeah.
barbershop.
Like barbershops.
Right.
Yeah, the barbershop culture here is pretty interesting. I mean, you can just see it on Instagram too. You start following a few of them. They really are making their own products now. White labeling a lot of hardware. It's surprising.
Yeah.
And the barbershop industry in California, in particular, is insane. And they're really well organized. All things considered, because barbers tend not to communicate with each other a lot.
They're all tiny outfits doing their own thing. Yeah.
Yeah. Those days are gone for me and my tiny outfits. Okay. Let's see. We have another question coming up. This comes from Mark Leonard Kaneko. Edwin Jagger is a well-established manufacturer of safety razors, but with the new companies like Rockwell entering the space, will Edwin Jagger be looking to innovate with new types of razors? I think we kind of answered that one too, but you want to, guys, we need some more interesting questions here. No, I'm just playing. We're just covering a lot of ground here. Oh, this is a good one. This comes from Miguel from Connecticut. He's asking and I think we asked this to Neil directly, but he's asking again, does Edwin Jagger plan on creating a slant razor?
I think Neil did say he's investigating a slant.
Yeah.
Yep.
So,
I get asked that a fair amount of regularity.
yeah. I mean, again, it's tough to improve upon perfection.
Yeah. The other thing you have to realize is there's tooling and the manufacturing process that goes with it. People ask me about a straight razor, and it's the same thing. There is not technology in Sheffield right now.
Oddly enough.
Right. Exactly. It's the birthplace of modern cutlery.
Yeah.
And Neil wants to make an original straight razor in his factory.
Yeah.
So he literally has to find someone to tool the machinery.
Yeah. Yep. No, it's sad. Let's see what else we got here. Okay. As a company working in both safety razors and cartridge razors, which is the bigger market for Edwin Jagger?
Oh, safety razors by far.
Really?
Oh, absolutely.
That's comforting, actually, to know.
I sell a few cartridge razors, and it tends to be a little bit more mature buyer who just wants to shave fast in the morning.
Yeah.
And a mature buyer remembers the old razors, that some of them weren't as stable.
Right. Right.
Because I'll have older guys that pick up the razor and they go, "Oh, I learned how to shave on this."
Yeah. Well, I find a lot of the older guys that think that way were also in the military, where they had like 3 minutes to shave with a safety razor. So they were doing a lot of damage to their face by default. And so, but that's where, it was hardwired in their brain that these are scary things. That's just my experience anyways. Let's see. So we get questions here. Oh, okay. So someone's asking when will an open comb razor come from Edwin Jagger? When will it be ready for me to buy? This guy's asking, David.
I think we need to get past the steel razor first.
Yeah. Baby steps, folks. That's the
Right.
difference between like a company like.
I have no answer to that.
Yeah, Edwin Jagger is a huge company to a certain extent. I mean, their razors are going everywhere, so they can't like turn on the dime as fast as a smaller company can when it comes to introducing new razors and whatnot. But I mean, if that makes sense.
Well, plus you also have to remember they mass manufacture, and by what I mean by that, they don't turn out thousands, but they can't make 10.
Yeah, exactly.
That's not their target market.
Yeah.
Yeah. Takes a lot more distance to turn the Titanic than it does a skiff.
Right.
Scott, do you have any questions yourself right now? I'm looking through some of these questions to see if you've answered some of these already.
Not right now, but let's see.
Scott, I have a question for you. When are you flying into the Big West?
Yeah. I'll be getting there late Friday night. I'm going to be flying I'm flying to Tampa on Monday, then Raleigh on Wednesday, then Burbank on Friday.
Very cool. I will say Joe Borelli is doing something similar. He's only going to be there for a day also, and he's from the Wet Shaving News from Sharpologist podcast. And he might be doing an actual podcast there, recording one.
Oh, cool.
The same thing with the guys, Jordan from the Scaffold podcast. He's the videographer for Art of Manliness. So he's curious. I might give him a table. I'm going to give him a table if he wants it to actually be doing a podcast live. And I'm also going to have him on the panel as well. So, yeah, there's going to be just so much stuff going on. I also have this leather company, Range Leather, just got in contact with me. Yes, Kyle. He's going to be there doing a demo of his leather work. So that's going to be – yes, exactly. That's how I got in contact. He contacted me he wanted to send me one of these.
I told him to.
Okay.
I told him to.
Okay. And so I was like, hey.
It is. Like, oh my gosh. I pulled it out of the box and was like, oh, wow. The camera doesn't do
I love
this
good leather
really,
work. So he's going to
really
be there on the
nice
scene
leather.
doing a live demo of his leather work also.
What's it lined with?
Incredible bag.
What's the lining?
Nothing. It's just raw leather.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to destroy that thing the way I treat those bags, but Got bags don't last me.
You won't be able to wear this thing out though. I would be really surprised. I mean, just the feel of it is super high quality stuff. Really impressed with it. And they're doing a Kickstarter. They're launching this on like the 25th. I want to say. So
yeah,
right after Big Shave West, they'll be launching this bag.
Very cool. In fact, if anyone who out there bought a swag bag, their information, their pamphlets or whatnot are going to be thrown in the bags too, so you guys can read up on them and what they're doing.
Yeah, I wonder who's providing the swag bags.
There's a bunch of people that are contributing. I have a different.
No, the bags.
Oh, the bags. That's right, folks. Every year, your bag is provided by
cool bag.
Edwin Jagger.
Black bag. Black bag wonder.
That they.
My wife's
have
calling
the
me
swag
over.
bags. It's great having Scott back with us.
More or less.
Hey, can I get on the show, guys? I'm not going to really be on the show. Okay, here we go. And Matt is still on his way. These people. Here we go. This next question comes from Steve. For those of us who use straights and are thinking of adding a DE, do you recommend safety bar, open comb, or slant bar? I guess that's a question to all of us. If you're already using a straight, any one of those would be good. I mean, if you when you use a straight, you have to learn the right proper angle. When you pick up a DE, the angle's fixed. So if you're already using a straight razor, it's going to take you 2 seconds to figure out how to use any one of those DEs. So it's really personal preference at the end of the day.
Yeah, it's the blade gap that makes them aggressive or not, and they all have different gaps. Those 3 different DE styles, they all have different gaps. So a mule R41 will chop your head off if you want, versus another type of open comb. I learned that, when I first started. I got an R41 like 2 months into wet shaving, and I had a red face for a couple of months, but I persevered. I didn't know better. It was still better than a disposable blade. And
I would try it again.
Yeah.
I would try. Now your technique's better. It might have been both you and the razor.
It was definitely me, and it's not
okay.
normally set to be an everyday driver. And if it is, then only 2 passes, not 3 full, complete, passes. I've learned a lot since then.
That's not fun.
There are slant razors that feel pretty aggressive too, and other ones where you don't even feel the blade. So it's all the gap, I guess, that makes the difference. And,
what was the question? Sorry, I had to step out for a second.
Moving from straight razor to a safety razor, which head type would be the best? Which bar? So straight bar, open comb, or a slant? And
I'd say open comb.
like open comb to me is much better for when you have more than 1 day's growth. It would seem. And then slant is also more than 1 day growth, kind of a razor to attack. And then the bar would be definitely easily a daily driver, depending on the gap you choose. Yeah.
Right. Well, and it also depends on the quality of the machining.
A good blade.
Yeah, a good blade. And I found that the quality of the machining and how the head is designed can have a huge effect on, specifically the top cap, can have a huge effect on how the blade performs. Because if it allows a lot of blade chatter, if it allows that blade to wiggle, even on that microscopic level, that creates a lot of irritation. Where, and like for instance, a really well machined, right here, they kill you. Yeah. A lot of like the higher end material razors that are being made now are going to perform a lot better for you because they minimize or eliminate that blade chatter. And so,
I agree. I think it's a harmony though between the top cap and the bottom cap though, because the bottom cap is what gives you the gap, the blade gap. So, but yeah, I mean, if you're coming from, if you really want something after using a straight razor, you might even want to try a shavette.
Maybe
you're halfway there, but after using a straight razor, you should pretty much be able to pick up any DE and pretty much grasp it. You already got the angle, and now you're working with a fixed angle. So
you've done the hard part.
Yeah, exactly.
You can put a blade on your face, so you're okay.
Yeah, it's like going from a bike to a bike with training wheels. So you're well on your way. We got a lot of questions here. Can the prototype make an appearance at the Big Shave West 3?
Oh, the stainless steel Edwin Jagger prototype.
Right. No, it can't.
Oh, that would be
Actually,
awesome.
I've got some product on the way, and I hope it makes it in time for that. Neil Jagger would never let that out of his sight.
Yeah, he likes to play everything close to his vest.
Right.
I don't blame him after being ripped off for, again, 20 years. Let's see. Jim Judy's asking, will the new Edwin Jagger stainless steel razor be polished or chrome? And will the heads be available independent of handles?
Heads are never available independent of handles.
Yeah, I hate that.
Yeah. And it will be polished. It'll be polished.
Yeah, I'm sure it will be. I don't sell just heads either. It's a bloody mess to price those things. Okay. Here we go. What does a partnership with... Oh, okay, here we go. Oh, Abraham, you're back. Okay, what does a partnership with Feather look like, other than just including a pack of blades with a safety razor?
Actually, that's it. So, and that took a while.
Thank you, Feather.
Yeah, that took a while to accomplish. Yeah. Feather's a great company to work with, though.
Yeah.
They're very respectful.
It's honor. They're ninjas. You know what I mean? They
they are razor
honor.
ninjas.
Oh, now this is a good question. And this comes from Matty P. He's asking, how many razors a year does Edwin Jagger, or how many razors does Edwin Jagger make in a year? Oh, is Gail? She's frozen.
Yeah.
Gail, you're frozen. It should give us a couple seconds, so it should unfreeze. Great. Now I have to answer these questions. 250,000 people. No, I'm making that up. Let's see. Let's see if there's any other questions for the rest of us. Okay. Gail, if you're with us, please write me in the sidebar there. She froze on the question. Yeah, it's totally. How are you guys doing otherwise out there?
I think everything's cool.
No, you guys. I'm talking to the audience. I don't want to be missing any questions here.
Oh, we lost it.
Gail, I'm going to shoot you. Hopefully, I can. I'm going to shoot you an invite again.
And I might have to step out, but if I can, just really quick, give a little plug for my son's fundraiser. Is that okay?
Oh yeah, totally.
Okay, all right. So we're doing Noah's Prader-Willi Syndrome Association fundraiser again this year. We have a ton of products that are being donated and stuff for raffle prizes. We're doing some that are in the big group raffle. We're doing some that are like standalone raffle items, like Douglas, you remember, probably 6 or 8 months ago, we had Mike Martinez show us his straight razor making process. Yeah. He's making it custom straight, and it's going to have Prader-Willi syndrome scales, and it's going to have this really nice handmade box for it, and nice. It's going to be worth like $1,500. We're going to be raffling one of those off. We're going to be doing a bunch of stuff. Matthew Marting sent me one of his brushes to be raffled off. Tons of stuff. So I'll put a link to the yes, Steve, you did hear a custom straight. I'm putting a link in the chat over here. If you want to get entered into the general raffle, then go to the link, and for every $5 that you put in, you'll get 1 entry. And then keep an eye on Facebook and Google Plus and all these different forums for the individual raffle items to get in on those. So, and we'll also be doing the annual Katie's Bubbles soap. This year is going to be it's called Very Good Noah, and it's a strawberry topped fougere, which you would think would be a little bit weird, but it's awesome. So, yeah, we're hoping to raise $6,000 this year. So it should be we're at like 585 or something like that right now.
Wow, very cool. So it's picking up.
All right, so consider $20 on my behalf right off the bat.
Awesome.
Look at that, people. And okay.
Let's see. And Mark, yeah, we can probably work out shipping internationally if you'd be willing to work with us on it. So we can probably do that. But yeah, every dollar of this goes to. I mean, I don't touch a dime of it. It all goes straight to the Utah Prader-Willi Syndrome Association. They use that money to provide support programs and stuff like that. This association literally saved my son's life this year.
Very cool.
It's a big deal to me, and I want to help them out as much as I can. So
very cool. Excellent. Well, yeah, you've heard it here first, guys. If you haven't seen it in the forums yet. Next week, we can actually talk more about that, Scott, since the Big Shave West will be over.
Yeah.
Actually, next week, we're going to be at the Big
Shave
West.
We're going to be at the Big Shave West. So, Noah, can you come say hi really quick? Sure. Why? Sure, bud. You can say hi. Come over. Scoot in here. There we go.
Hey, Noah.
Hey, Noah.
Hi.
You're on TV.
How are you? How you doing? I love the glasses.
He said he likes your glasses. What do you say?
Thank you.
I like your taste in shaving soap scents. Very gourmand.
Yeah. We got some good stuff going, huh?
Yeah.
Yep. Awesome. Okay. Thanks, buddy. Say bye.
Bye.
We'll see you soon, Noah. Excellent.
Right.
Excellent. Well, Scott.
I got to step out, so I apologize, guys. But
thank you, Scott, for joining us as briefly as it was. It's always a pleasure having you with us. And I'll see you next weekend, my friends, in the flesh.
Yes, absolutely. Looking forward to it.
Right on.
And then weeks after that, I'm coming to Phoenix, so we'll work that out too.
Okay, yeah, we definitely. I didn't know you were doing a world tour.
Yeah, I know, right?
Excellent. Okay, let me pull Gail back in here. Where is she?
See you guys.
Bye-bye.
Gail has told me that she's lost internet connection for some reason. So let me try to see if I can. Okay, Gail, if you're with me. No, I don't think she's there. So this might be us. Matt's supposed to be here too.
All right, then. Let's start inventing answers on their behalf.
I do need to choose a winner. Christian, do you have a random number?
Generator?
Yeah.
Just give me a second here.
Guys, I want to draw this week's I'd Lather Be Shaving winner. And
How many numbers?
that's what I'm about to find out. Those of you who haven't caught our show yet, this is a show that Matt and I do. It's a Friday morning show, and it's been doing really well. But each week we're now giving away. Oh, we're exactly at 600 views, of the show last week. But we're starting to do giveaways at the end of each show, and this will be our first one so far. And I haven't chosen the soap and aftershave yet, but we have 71 entries. All you have to do to enter in the future for I'd Rather Be Shaving is just comment. Make a comment. It'd be great if your comment had something to do with the show or answered one of our questions. But
All right, so tell me when you want the number.
you can draw it now.
39.
Number 39, folks. I don't know who that is yet because I'm going to have to go back and count it after the fact. But whoever is number 39 in the comments, counting from the bottom up, will be the winner of an aftershave and soap of my choice, or possibly of your choice. So if that's one of you guys watching right now, contact me immediately. Okay, Gail's back, it seems. Gail, I just sent you an invite. Mantic, are you with us?
Yeah, he invented the scuttowel.
Yeah, yeah, okay. Mantic, you want me to pull you on as well? We have 15 minutes left in our show, but I just have so much going on here right now on this end. That's what we're doing right now. So I'm leaving Monday morning, folks, for the Big Shave West. I know it doesn't start till Friday, but I'll be there Monday morning or Monday afternoon. Yeah, I'm going to be on the scene, pulling off some miracles, tying some loose ends together, very last minute of me, I know. But I'm very excited for this. I'm probably going to be exhausted by the time we get to the Big Shave West on Saturday after being there for a week, but super excited about that. And I know I'll be hanging out with Christian somewhere along the way as well. So look out, Christian. So make room on your calendar for me.
Definitely. I'll be there all day Saturday, and I have no need to be home at night. So I'm going to stay as long as I want, and maybe my true character will be revealed.
Oh, no, man. Just keep your clothes on.
Mr. Hyde.
French, guys.
You're going to find out why I get called Brunswick once in a while. Usually it's, hey, Brunswick, keep it down.
Yeah. Well, I'm excited. Everyone knows I'm excited about this. We'll also have Christian running. I haven't really spoken with him yet. I just saw his PM. I asked a question on Friday, and I finally got his answer today. It was totally my fault. I just haven't been getting PMs lately, it seems. But I'm thinking of doing a blind taste test, like in the spirit of Coca-Cola and Pepsi, like that competition they had back in the 80s. I think it was Pepsi that did the Pepsi Challenge, maybe. But between tallow and veggie soaps. And I don't exactly know how I'm going to do this yet, guys, but Christian's going to be running that table. I think I'm going to put up like a little like cardboard thing they got to put their hand in. And he's going to lather it with like an unscented tallow or veggie soap. And then you have to tell me what you think is the most slickest, thickest, best soap. And we can finally answer that age-old question of which is better, tallow or veggie. Okay, Gail should be back. Gail, I just sent you an invite.
Scuttowels full of lather, and then just have the person touch, feel, and spread on their hand. There's nothing to smell. And then they vote. And then at the end of the day, we'll tally the votes.
We'll tallow the votes. And
declare. You'll tallow the votes. Yeah. We'll declare the winner, I guess. I don't know what that does, though. We should have, I don't know what we can do with that.
Well, yeah, we can't like reward a cow. Gail, I just sent you an invite.
We can make a grand declaration in all of wet shaving and say that is the better base.
We've answered the question. Tallow sucks and veggies the best, and vice versa. Okay, so Gail is seeing us. She's telling me, but she's not hearing us. Refresh your page, Gail. Yeah, I hate when this happens. You can have the best connection in the world. Like I'm plugged into Rec now, but it's all about what's happening on your end when it comes to bandwidth. Okay, let me see if I can send you. Okay, so she's somewhere in this room. We just can't see her. Yep, there we go.
There she goes. She popped in.
Gail, you're back.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
That's so bizarre. That never, ever, ever happens. And now I'm mooching off my neighbor.
Oh, good. Good for you.
Yeah,
My
don't
neighbor
touch
knows
this
that.
Wi-Fi network.
She knows. It's okay. I'm like, well,
Well, you didn't miss much.
yeah, I don't know. That never
besides
ever
everything.
happens.
Okay, let's get back to asking some questions. But actually, before I answer a question, I just want to say one last time, guys, if you're going to enter the giveaway, do it now because I'm about to draw our winner. So you can go to the offers button below and follow directions there, and you could be the first person in the world to win the official shaving soap of the Big Shave West soap and aftershave. Okay, so before you were rudely kicked off, Gail, you were answering this question. How many razors does Edwin Jagger produce a year? Roughly. I think we answered this before, too. I think Neil
my
had an answer
gosh.
for that.
I,
Guys, I'm going
You know what? I don't know
after
the
this
answer
is
to that
edited up on
question.
YouTube, I'm going to put a link right,
millions.
let's see, right here. Right here. To Neil's interview. You can get it right from the
Let's
horse's mouth.
see. It is. Yeah.
It's okay.
I would text him,
It's
but
okay.
it's
We'll get it
midnight,
one way or
almost
another.
midnight there, so he may not appreciate
Oh,
it.
and someone's asking the same exact question. Well, Jason's kind of breaking it down a little more. Is it in the thousands or tens of thousands? Yeah.
Oh, tens of thousands.
Yeah.
Hundreds of thousands, I would think. Yeah. But, the thing about it is a manufacturing process. So it doesn't matter how many razors someone orders, it still takes, X number of minutes,
Right.
to manufacture that. I think Neil said there was a particularly large order a year ago, November, and he had to turn it down. He said, I can't do it. They're they're 24 hours in a day, and this is how long it takes that machine to make that razor and polish it and pack it.
No, it's true.
Wrap it in tissue and
true.
put it in a box.
Same thing with stainless steel. When I get them done here, the CNC machining, and I get charged $1 a minute also. So it all plays into it. So hope that answers your question, Jason.
And the other thing with Edwin Jagger is it is manufactured by hand. Edwin Jagger is different than most manufacturing companies because it's the only company in the world, only grooming company, who is owned and operated, it's family owned and operated, and Neil creates the product, he owns the factory, and it ships out of the Sheffield, England factory.
It's all in-house.
That's the only company in the world that does that.
I don't understand this question from Mark. He's asked, where internationally do EG the most growth? He's single edge. See, they don't make a single edge, Mark, so I don't know if that's what you mean by SE. But I guess he's asking, where do you see the most growth in the country when it comes to your Edwin Jagger razors? That is a good question.
That's a great question, actually. I see it primarily on the West Coast, in the Southeast. I think Southern men tend to be more traditional wet groomers. And in the East, and the West Coast, they're more progressive.
What about East Coast, Northern
It's very different.
East Coast men?
Northeast, I personally don't sell as many razors there in that area, but there's a great group. We all know Pasteur Pharmacy, the mothership in the Northeast, and they've got a great collection or offering of wet shaving products. And I get questions asked. People ask me on Instagram, etc., where they can find them, and I send it to various parts in the Northeast. And the Canadian market is really big.
I've seen many a company up there carrying the entire line, the DE and the cartridge razors when it comes to Edwin Jagger. Okay, let's see what else we got here. So, Mark, I hope that answered your question. Were they making fun of me? Yeah, I'm from Northeast, guys. Okay, I just had to know if my people were representing my peeps. Now I'm a cowboy. What do you want? Okay, Jason, I think your question is already answered. He's asking if all EJ Edwin Jagger products are made in Sheffield? And if so, is the challenge to keep the razors in shape out of Asia? Yeah.
There is no competition. I mean, literally, what I say to guys that's, well, I can buy a razor for $10. Well, great. If you want to use a razor
You're gonna get
and
what you pay
drag
for
it across your
Yeah,
face that
exactly.
costs $10,
Is that how you value
you're going to
your
get a
face,
$10
young
shave.
man, young
Yeah.
woman?
Well, yeah, I mean, exactly. I mean, people spend more money on their car sometimes than they do on their face. Okay, Mantic is asking a very good question. Gail, how many DE handles does EJ currently offer? Which handle models are the most popular?
The most popular handle is the lined, and I don't have one at my fingertips here. It says the vertical lines etched in it. It was one of the first razors launched. Still, it's one of the most popular. And how many DE handles? That's a great question. I'm going to say
That's amazing.
Ballpark 22. 20?
It's true, Jason. Everyone does spend more money on their car than their face.
I don't know. Based on some mail calls, I see like $500 a month happening regularly with some people. That's
Actually not in our circle, not in the community here, though. I think it's the exact opposite. My car right now is like a beater compared to the stuff I put in them. I spend money on.
But look at your razor collection. You don't get a mechanic.
Exactly, I'm my own mechanic. I have.
I'm going to answer. Well, back to Mantic's question, in the premium range, there are 6 different ranges and every razor is available with a safety razor head. So,
are you doing math?
Let's see,
I see Jason on the sidebar, saying, EJ Edwin Jagger doesn't have competition. It doesn't have, I think, I'd like to clarify, it doesn't have direct competition, but in terms of safety razors, there's a lot out there. But to compare apples to apples, Edwin Jagger is very difficult to get to. So they rise above everybody in the safety razor field. But, there's tons of safety razors out there. People make decisions on a daily basis. But when you look at all the features and what you value as a customer, I think most people would end up with an Edwin Jagger.
And most do.
Yeah.
Edwin Jagger and Mercury. In fact, let me take a look at the poll. Guys, I'm also taking a poll right now, which is, oddly enough, if you click the poll button, you'll get to it. But I asked, what was your first brand of safety razor? And the way it looks right now is, well, by name, it's Edwin Jagger.
And it's funny that I joked about $10 razors on your face, because my first razor was a Solid Lord razor from Amazon. So I'm eating my foot right now.
Edwin Jagger, it's got a great weight. It's affordable, between $35 and $40. You get an amazing razor.
Gail, did you find another neighbor's Wi-Fi? Did anyone else lose Gail?
Yes. I heard everything through auto-tune.
Yeah, I did too. It sounded like Cher for a second. Yes, I believe in life after love. Okay. While we're waiting for Gail to get back to us, I'm sorry, Gail, for this. The connection issue is always an issue. I have a question. Douglas, can the Alpha Ecliptic be a daily driver or something more of a? I think it's going to be a daily driver. I use the Alpha Ecliptic every day when I'm using it. I go on binges with different razors. I'll stick with a certain razor for weeks, months sometimes. But Alpha Ecliptic, I use mine, and I also use the original Bakelite by Walbush, and I absolutely love it. It's all about getting the right angle. What you're seeing right now in the forums when people say 2 or 3 days, this seems like a new trend. And it's more for a safety thing, I think, on people's parts. They feel safer when they have 2 or 3 days worth of growth. But the thing is, as with any new razor out, you need to spend a little bit of time with it, as you did with your first razor, before you really make a judgment call on if it's aggressive or not, or how many days worth of growth, and da da da. So if you see people saying 2 to 3 days worth of growth right now, I think it's really impossible for anyone to say that if they just got the razor last week. So I hope that makes sense. But I mean, I use it all the time, and of course, I've had it for a while.
I can usually tell after a few shaves of standard 3 passes if there's enough heat on the face. Then I know it's too frequent or I need to use different passes or reduce the passes. But that's what I judge my experience on razors.
Yeah.
And I learned that with shavettes, where 2 passes was definitely enough and 3 was too much, no matter how light I was or what angle I used.
Yeah, I would have to agree with that. And I hate that. I hate a razor that gives you a clean shave in 1 or 2 passes.
Yeah.
You want as many passes as you can get. I know I do. When some guy's like, do I need to do 3 passes? Why wouldn't you want to?
All that work for the ladder? Come on.
Yeah, exactly.
That smell
on my brush. Okay. Okay, here we go. Here's another question for us from Steve. How do you suggest I justify my addiction to my wife when she sees my Big Shave West swag bag and purchases? Well, don't show her unless she's with you. In that case, have a friend carry the bag for you. Don't ask her to carry the bag for you. The trick is always, I think, is either to have it sent to where you work or get your wife into it as well, because then she'll start shopping for you. Or you can start picking up stuff for her when you buy your much needed limited edition, whatever it is. You can pick her up something else also, and it works as a buffer. Gail, let's see. This is going to stink if I can't get Gail back on. Okay, Gail, you should have the invite. Yeah, it's a connection. Will there be a Wet Shavers Roundtable next week from the Big Shave West? Matt, that's a great question. And we are going to record it in some way, shape, or form. And we will be doing live stuff during the entire event, which will be happening probably on my wall or Shave the Man forum. And on Facebook, we'll probably be doing some live stuff there. Wherever you see people posting it, it'll be happening. I would love to keep it a live feed happening during the entire panel next weekend. But I also will be recording it. So you'll see it in one way, shape, or form. I want as many people to be able to participate in this event, be them there in body, mind, or spirit. So, and next year I want to work on that even more to make it more of a live interactive thing, because you guys know I love live interactive, and I want to make it more of a people's event. So, not that it isn't this year, but I just more so. So, I'm going to try my darndest. I say, I make all these promises. I'm like a bloody politician sometimes, and I hear myself doing it. I make all these campaign promises, and then the day of, there's so much going on. And I'm running around with a first aid kit in one moment. The next minute I'm running around with drinks. I'm trying to be everything to everybody, that I forget to do certain things. But I'm really going to try my darndest to, if not me, have something live going on, assign that role to other people. Okay, guys, it seems like Gail can't make her way back here. Yeah. No, we can't get Gail back on, but we're on the hour anyways, folks. I need to draw a winner now. I'm gonna try sending you another invitation real quick, Gail, to say your goodbyes. But guys, it's been great having Gail on. As fleeting as it was. Where is she? Let's see if we can get her back here. Yeah, it's saying you already have a invite, Gail. But thank you, Gail, for joining us. It's always a pleasure having you on for sure. Let me draw our winner real quick. Okay, let me take a picture. Oh, this is actually kind of magical. Number 42 won. There we go, folks. Our winner is Dale Murphy. Dale, are you with us? Yes. Okay, Gail.
Awesome.
Dale. Gail and Dale. Dale, just PM me after the fact or email me if we're not friends on Facebook or whatever. If you're not on Facebook, email me at support@phoenixshaving.com. Simple as that. But congratulations, man. You're going to have the official Big Shave West soap and aftershave for anyone else. So once again, let me just see if there's any last minute questions. And Con is going to be asked. Con is going to be at the Big Shave West, folks.
He's always there, yeah.
Abraham's asking how to make the most out of your Big Shave West experience. I've never actually attended the Big Shave West, folks. Again, I'm running around most of the time. I can't really enjoy it the same way you guys can. What I can say is make your way around each table. Say hi to each artist and vendor there. partake in conversations that are happening. Definitely sit in for whatever's happening on stage. There's going to be an I'd Lather Be Shaving episode filmed live. There's going to be a competition, the Big Shave Best, where you can actually win a wrestling belt, the title belt. It's leather and copper. There will also be a panel like this with all different artisans, vendors, and people from the industry partaking in it. I think I'm going to do a couple of them. So, because we have so many people that want to be on the panel, and I'm going to do my darndest to make that happen. So there's always going to be something going on. But I say just participate, mingle where you can. This is like one of the few times a year where you can all get together. So don't be bashful, don't be shy, and talk to whoever you can, and approach whoever you want, because we're all very approachable and we all want to talk.
Even if you're an introvert, going to the show is great. There's so many people there and such a positive energy that even if you just want to stand by the wall and observe, chances are someone will walk up to you and say, hey man, I've seen you on Facebook. Or it's a friendly, almost like a family where no one's really a stranger. It only takes like 2 seconds of interactions to find out, hey man, we've been on the same forum for a while. It's amazing that way. Really
You're among your own is what it all comes down to. And if you don't interact, even osmotically, you'll pick up new things, new ideas, new concepts. It's a really great place to like just meet up and link up with people of the same interest as you. And I say take advantage of that. And don't be bashful. You have your entire life to be bashful in different places, but this is one of those events where you just got to get up and say, "Hey, I know you." And
revel in talking about an intimate thing, or shaving, not intimate, but private thing.
Yeah, keep it only so intimate at the event, folks. I don't care what you do after the event. But and we'll also be, for those of you showing up earlier in the week, we'll be doing meetups here, mini meetups before the event. We'll go out for drinks and coffee in the morning, breakfast. We'll try to connect with everybody where we can. I hate to say meet and greets because it sounds so pretentious. Like when I think meet and greet, I think of like me meeting like Sebastian Bach and paying $150 for after the show. But if you want to meet one of us jokers, we're going to be totally there and totally accessible. And like, we're there to talk shop and have a good time. I don't even want to sell stuff. That's the problem too this year is like, well, it's not a problem. For everyone else, they're stoked that they can buy stuff there. But for me, it keeps me trapped behind the table. So, or Fran trapped behind the table. But I have Charlie Pecoraro helping me out this year. And if you've been following anything that Ryan Stephen Green has done, any of his movies, documentaries, Charlie is typically a character in his documentaries or in some way, shape, or involved. You'll recognize Charlie immediately, but he'll be working my table and rocking the captain's hat. So if you're a fan of Charlie and what he does, you should definitely stop by my booth anyways and shoot the shit with him because he's gonna be there.
He's a good guy.
He's a great guy and he's hysterical. So I think that's it for our show today. Gail, I'm sorry we couldn't keep you on to the end of it. If you're watching on YouTube right now, please like, subscribe, and comment below if you have any questions, concerns, suggestions, or would like to partake and keep the conversation going about Edwin Jagger in the Big Shave West, because it doesn't have to stop here, folks. And we'll be glad to answer your questions below in the comments. So stay tuned till let's see, next week's episode, coming at you live in one way, shape, or form. If not next week on the dot, the week after, and that'll be episode 86 of the Wet Shavers Roundtable. So thank you for joining us. Have a great day. Have a great shave, and I will see you at the Big Shave West.